let's get to it. Talking about books.
Talking about books, blurbs. A blurb is
Blurbs.
blurbs.
Yeah,
Mhm.
blurbs.
Okay, a blurb is a short text, usually printed on the back cover of a book, describing what the book is about and sometimes including quotes
Quotes.
from critics. Here are some examples. Woman of Snow is what's a poignant,
Poignant.
poignant
Yeah.
chronicle of childhood in a small American town. Nora Delay is the youngest child in a blah blah blah.
So part A, which is the most difficult part of this unit, is how can I say, is included of some blurbs. The definition of blurb is given. It's a short text, usually printed on the back cover of a book, describing what the book is about and sometimes including quotes from critics. And these boxes are some example blurbs, and through them, we're going to learn some useful words regarding books. So the first one is poignant. Woman of Snow is a poignant chronicle. What is poignant?
Poignant means moving and sad.
So it's an adjective which means something that is moving and sad. What about chronicle?
Chronicle means description of a sequence of events.
So, a poignant chronicle of childhood in a small American town, and blah, blah, blah. The second box.
The third novel by this acclaimed writer, this is a compelling tale of mystery, love, and
betrayal.
betrayal in a ببین خیلی تلفظای این شبیه سخته.
Yeah. The words. Let me tell you something.
Okay.
During these weeks that we've been away, I got some feedback on my YouTube videos, and we have happily, I'm really happy to say that we have students from other parts of the world, except for Iranians, I mean. And the only complaint was that sometimes we switch into Persian and they lose the track. So I'd really appreciate it if we just, stick to English so that others can understand us as well. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, and I totally agree with you that the words are really heavy a little bit.
Yeah. Lugubrious.
Okay.
Setting reminiscent of the blah blah blah.
So the third novel by this acclaimed writer. Acclaimed
means praised by the public.
This is a compelling tale of mystery, love, and betrayal. Compelling. What does compelling mean?
It means very interesting and engaging.
Exactly. In a lugubrious setting,
lugubrious means rather dark, mournful, and gloomy. Lugubrious is often used of people too.
So it means something sad and usually serious. The synonym would be the word doleful. Doleful. Doleful means the same as lugubrious.
Okay, let me write it. Okay, doleful. Could you please spell it again?
Of course, DOLE. FUL, doleful. Lugubrious. In a lugubrious setting, reminiscent of the reminiscent means something that reminds you of somebody or something. That is the meaning of reminiscent.
I got it.
Yeah. It means that the novel reminds you of blah, 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 blah. A macabre. Next one.
A macabre and chilling account of an unsolved murder that tears a village apart.
Tears a village apart.
Tears a village apart.
A macabre. Macabre.
Macabre often means often cruel or disgusting, concerned with death.
Often cruel or disgusting, concerned with death. Yeah. The synonyms could be the words grisly, 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 and ghoulish, GHOULISH, ghoulish or grisly or macabre, something serious, and that something has to do with death. Okay, a macabre and chilling account of an unsolved murder. Chilling.
Chilling means causing a great fear.
So frightening, horrifying can be synonyms. Frightening and horrifying, chilling. Account of an unsolved murder. Account here means description. A story, yeah. A macabre and chilling story. A macabre and chilling description of an unsolved murder that tears a village apart. Tears a village apart means that tear apart means to make somebody sad and distressed deeply. The synonym can be rip apart. Rip apart. RIP apart. Rip apart.
It's synonym.
Yeah.
Rip apart.
Exactly. Moving to the next box. A page turner.
A page turner full of brilliant moments of insight and an unparalleled depth of feeling. This is a gripping and enigmatic tale that unfolds in.
A page turner. What is the meaning of page turner?
A powerful story that keeps you interested.
And we mostly use it about books, not other things. A page turner. Yeah. A page turner full of any questions?
No. A page turner, I think the meaning of page turner is through these two words, page and turner. Something that make you turn the page and read the whole of story.
Yeah. Have you read such book? You know, to turn pages over and over and over?
Yes. I remember a lot of book was that
a lot of books.
A lot of books that I read was like this, but I remember
were like this.
One of them was مثل آب برای شکلات. مثل آب برای شکلات and هزاران خورشید تابان و اینا خیلی.
Do they have? Are they by foreign authors?
No.
Iranians.
Yeah, Iranian.
For me,
pardon me. Could you please repeat your question? I think I got incorrectly.
You said the title of the books, and the question is that are they by Iranian authors? Are the original books
No.
Persian, or do they have? I mean, are they by, for example, American, English, or other authors?
Other authors.
Okay. For me.
Okay, tell me.
Go ahead, please.
هزاران خورشید تابان. The author of هزاران خورشید تابان is Khaled Hosseini.
Author. Khaled Hosseini. Khaled
Hosseini.
Yeah. An Arab writer.
Yeah, Arab writer. And you know him. It's the Badak Baz is one of the famous of his story.
I haven't read a book of him, but I've seen a lot of quotes from his books in different blogs.
And both of these books are very interesting.
Yeah, he's a very, well-known author. For me, Thursdays with سه‌شنبه ها با موری. Thursdays with Muri by Mitch Albom, the American writer.
These days I am reading this book.
Really?
Yeah, I just started.
What a coincidence.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sure that you are already enjoying it.
Okay, yeah, it was interesting till now.
Yeah, so a page turner full of brilliant moments of insight. Insight
means the ability to understand what something is really like.
And an unparalleled depth of feeling. This is a gripping and enigmatic tale that unfolds in blah, blah, blah. Gripping
means so interesting or exciting that it holds your attention totally.
And enigmatic?
Enigmatic means mysterious.
Yeah, mysterious and difficult to understand. Here comes a comment. I think he is an Afghan author.
Yes. That's correct.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, then oops, my bad. I thought of him as an Arab writer. Okay, then an Afghan writer. Okay. Afghan. The English people almost pronounce it like this way. Yeah, Afghan. Okay, so we had the word gripping and enigmatic, and there is the word unparalleled here in this box. It means something that is unequaled. There is nothing like that, unequaled. If you want to write it down, UN equal, EQUALLED, unequaled.
Unequal.
Or unparalleled. Okay, a breathtaking
achievement, a journey of self-discovery that enchants.
Yeah, I know that you are very likely to mistake it for enchanté in French, right? Yeah.
Exactly. That enchants and saddens with a combination of wry humor and evocative sense of life in
scenes
of life in.
Thank you. A breathtaking achievement. Breathtaking.
It means amazing.
Yeah, or you can also say amazing. A breathtaking achievement, a journey of self-discovery that enchants and saddens. Enchant here is exactly the opposite of sadden. Means enchant means to make somebody or somebody happy. The opposite of sadden. Okay, enchants and saddens with a combination of wry humor. Wry. What is the meaning of wry?
Right means in the face of a bad situation. Bad situation.
Yeah, means ironic, something that is ironic. You don't exactly want to make fun or make joke of something. You say something in the context of humor, but deep down it's something bitter, not funny. Yeah. Wry humor and evocative scenes of life. Evocative,
Which arouse, memorize, or images.
which arouse memories or images. Arouse, causes,
Yeah,
makes
arouse.
you remember. Okay, Jim Lawless.
Jim Lawless, the eponymous protagonist of
Protagonist.
Arkrau's latest novel, is a confused young man seeking a meaning in life. It is an engaging tale which
Jim Lawless, the eponymous. Eponymous.
Eponymous means who has the same name as the title of the book.
And the synonym could be titular. 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 It means the name of the book is the same as the name of the character. Like Anna Karenina, a Russian novel. The name of the book is the same as the character. Yeah, exactly. Eponymous. Protagonist. Protagonist
means main character.
Of Arkrow's latest novel is a confused young man seeking meaning in life. It is engaging. It is an engaging tale, which engaging.
Pleasant and interesting.
Pleasant and interesting. Very good. Any questions from this part?
No.
Okay. Now moving to part B, some other types of books.
Yeah, some other types of books. A journal is a written record of what you have done each day. For example, a learning journal. It is also a publication containing academic articles published at regular intervals. For example, every 3 months.
Every 3 months.
Yeah.
Okay, wait a minute here. Hold on a second. Okay. A journal is a written record. The pronunciation is record or record because this is the noun form. Okay? The verb form is pronounced record, but this one is record. A journal is a written record of what you have done each day. For example, a learning journal. A lot of people, kind of organize their programs and routines through journals. Some journals are, ready-made. There are patterns that you keep track of. For example, you're sleeping, or the books that you've read, the movies that you've watched, and most of the times they are in the shape of bullet journals, with a lot of dots and spots on them. And some of them do not have any pre-printed patterns, and you can design it in your own way. So journal here means that one. A journal is a written record of what you have done each day. It is also a publication containing academic articles published at regular intervals, for example, every 3 months. Interval here means a period of time. Every 3 months, each 3 months is an interval, period of times.
Interval, okay.
Yeah.
Dear Sima, can I check something very, very quickly?
Of course, why not? Take your time. Do not rush.
Okay. Okay, sorry.
It's totally okay. Memoir or memoirs.
Memoirs are a written record of a person's own life.
Record, Mali, are a written record.
Record of a person's own life, typically by a politician or a military figure.
Figure,
yeah.
Figure.
Figure, okay.
Yeah, this is the same in the word regular. Regular.
Regular. Figure,
yeah, exactly.
Figure.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. An encyclopedia.
Encyclopedia. An encyclopedia is a book or set of books containing articles arranged in alphabetical order, dealing with the whole of human knowledge or part of it.
Encyclopedia.
Next one, an anthology.
Anthology. An anthology.
Anthology is a collection of, for example, poems or short stories by different authors.
Authors.
Okay.
Thank you.
A manual is usually a technical
manual.
book.
Again, the sound, yeah. Manual, yeah.
Figure, manual. Okay. Manual is usually a technical book with instructions, for example, a car manual.
A logbook?
A logbook is a book that records events, times, etc. For example, all the journeys made by a lorry or ship.
See, a logbook is a book that records. Here is the verb. We have the verb form. Records events, times, etc. For example, all the journeys made by a lorry or ship. Lorry means truck. This is mostly British. British people say lorry or lorry, and Americans say truck.
Truck. Okay.
Yep. Part C.
Other expressions for talking about books. I'm reading a book about the history of Ireland. It's a compulsive reading. It means difficult to stop once you've started, and it's a formal word.
It is pronounced. I lost you for a second. Now, do you have me? Can you hear me, Meli?
Yes, but can you please repeat your sentence?
Yeah, of course. In English, it is pronounced difficult. It's not like in French pronouncing difficile, huh? But with a short E, difficult.
Okay, difficult.
Thank you. Difficult to stop. Once you
started,
once you've started.
Yeah.
Compulsive reading. You can use the adjective compulsive for other activities like a compulsive drinker, a compulsive gambler. It means it is difficult to stop, to let it go. So you can also use it for reading, compulsive reading. It's one of those books.
It's one of those books you just can't put down. It's informal as well.
We can use the adjective form unputdownable. So if you can't put it down, it's unputdownable.
We use unputdownable just for books or
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Unputdownable.
Okay. It's very informative.
Informative. Like evocative.
Informative. Gives a lot of useful information.
Thank you.
Uh, Nancy Riley's novel about mental breakdown, published in 1950, was ahead of its time. Um,
Mm-hmm.
it means contained ideas that no one else had yet thought of or discussed at that time.
Uh-huh. So ahead of its time, containing ideas that no one else had yet thought of or discussed at that time. Ahead of its time.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay, her birthday, her 1955 book, Exciting
Careers.
Careers for Women, was a product of its time. Uh,
Though
though the ideas seem tame and old-fashioned, even gender-based now, which I'm
gender
sorry,
biased.
gender biased. Let me read it again. Though
Of
the
course.
ideas seem tame and old-fashioned, even gender biased now.
Mm-hmm. Gender bias. Bias is a very useful word. I love this word.
Mm-hmm.
Bias, if something is biased, we use it mostly for example, people or like media. If someone is biased, it means that they have tendency to support one group against another group. So gender biased here maybe it means that the author supports women
Mm-hmm.
against men, supports women more than men.
Man.
So much support that it turns to be biased. That is the meaning of biased. Even gender biased now. So, okay.
A product of its time means a reflection of that time.
Means made or written completely for the audiences at that time.
Mm-hmm. Bertram's latest novel is not a difficult book. In fact, it's rather lightweight. Lightweight means
Weight,
not
lightweight.
weight. Yeah, lightweight. Lightweight means not complex, slightly negative. Yeah,
Negative
negative connotation.
connotation. Yeah, it means that it has a negative association, connotation. It has a negative meaning,
Mm-hmm.
or as you say in French, a negative sens. Huh?
Mm-hmm. Sounds. Oui.
Okay. Next one. It's good.
It's good bedtime reading. Nice to read in bed.
Mm-hmm.
His last one was heavy going, and I just couldn't get into it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, heavy going means difficult to read, and get into means become involved or engage with.
Do you remember reading such book or books?
Yeah,
Heavy going.
yeah, heavy
For
going.
me, uh-huh.
I don't remember the name of the books, but I started a book several times, but I couldn't continue. I don't remember the name of that book.
For me, the book The Wuthering Heights by Emily Bronte, I think, was really heavy going. Really, because it was a classical novel with, um, difficult level of English and really heavy going, but I managed to finish it.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
great. آفرین به
heavy
تو.
going. Thank you. So that's why, this is I'm happy that, it popped into my mind because I remember that when I was an English learner, they used to introduce such novels or the short story of those novels in the English institutes,
Mhm.
which in my idea were not, suitable for an English learner of, for example, say intermediate level. Okay, and they kind of think of English language in an opposite way. So what I suggest for my students now is that to go through some modern books, especially, you know, some self-help books, which the author has written the book in modern English, in modern language. It's a product of its time, not for, you know, 2 centuries ago. So that they, you know, get used to standard English, not classical English or old-fashioned English.
Yeah, exactly. I agree with you.
Thank you for agreeing with me. Now, the last one, nonetheless.
Nonetheless, his books always attract a wide readership. It means number of people who read them.
Read them, yeah. What does common mistakes part say?
An academic publication containing articles by different authors that is issued
periodically.
For example, 3 times a year is normally called a journal, not magazine.
Not a magazine, yeah, magazine. The French pronunciation is
magazine.
Magazine. Magazine. So, an academic publication containing articles by different authors that is issued means that is published periodically, for example, 3 times a year, is normally called a journal, not a magazine. Yeah, for academic ones, we use the word journal. Now, before moving to the exercises, someone has asked a question here. Can you explain more about biased? As I said, if you are biased, or if a TV channel, for example, is biased, or if a TV host is biased, it means that they have tendency to support a group against another group. Okay, for example, say these days, you want to say something?
Yeah, at the end, in the end, yeah. In the end, I can say the Persian translation.
Okay. Yeah, I wish I would know. I wish I knew. I'm losing my English knowledge. I wish I knew a lot of languages other than these few ones, so that I could, you know, say the equivalent of those words in various languages, so that people would understand me. But unfortunately, I can't. But these days, I want to make it a little bit clear. These days, the Euro 2021 games are played. Okay? So let's imagine that the reporter, the anchor, supports, for example, tonight, English is playing against Denmark. Okay, so let's imagine that the reporter supports England more than Denmark. So in that case, we would say that the reporter is biased. Okay, he or she doesn't report equally, supports one group against another one. So that is the meaning of bias. You can use this meaning in political, economic, or other contexts. Biased. Okay.
تعصب میشه دیگه، درسته؟
Yeah. تعصب is the Persian and Arabic equivalence. And someone has asked, dear Saida, about the meaning of tame. Am I right? Yeah, tame, something that is boring and not interesting. Tame. Here we had this word. Where was it? Tame and old-fashioned means it is not interesting. Boring. Okay, I'm happy, dear friend, that you got the meaning. Okay. Now, Moving to the exercises.
Okay. Number 1. Exercises. Okay.
Yeah.
Number 1. Which names for types of books or other reading material from the opposite would best fit these statements? Number 1. It's by General Rogers, who led the Allied forces during the recent war.
Mm-hmm.
Memoir.
Yeah, exactly. Memoir.
Memoir.
Exactly. You can either use the plural or the singular form, but since here we have the pronoun it is by General Rogers. It doesn't say they are by General Rogers. Okay, so we'd better use the singular form, memoir.
Memoir.
Again, I think the spelling of the word, the letters beside each other, it seems so French to me because of this OI.
Exactly, and it's exactly like French pronunciation. In French, we say mémoire.
And the meaning is the same?
ببین مموار مثلا میشه چه میدونم همون مثل مموری میشه. اینجا الان داره اشاره میکنه به چیز.
A specific type of memories, not memory in its general connotation. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Number 2. It's so badly written, I don't know how anyone could learn how to use the machine by reading it. It's machine. Yeah. It's for sure manual. Manual. Sorry.
Exactly. I forgot.
I forgot میشه فراموش کردم. مگه نمیشه؟ میخوام بگم فراموش میکنم.
So I keep forgetting.
I keep forgetting. Okay.
Yeah. Or if you want to kind of criticize yourself and be a little bit hard on yourself, you can say, I'm always forgetting this word. I'm always forgetting. I think I explained.
Forgetting.
Yeah, I'm forgetting.
Okay.
3.
3. It's recommended if you want.
I recommend it.
Pardon me. I recommend it if you want to read a typical selection of modern poets. It's excellent. Anthology.
No, G. Anthology. Thank you. It's okay, I understand. It's really hard to switch from one pronunciation to another. Yeah. 4.
Number 4. The latest issue contains a paper by Professor Susan Frith, in which she presents a new theory of the human mind. It's a journal.
Exactly, it's a journal. The latest issue contains a paper. Paper here means article. The latest issue, the latest publication. Issue here is the noun, but in page 50, we had the verb form of it. The latest issue contains a paper by Professor Susan Frith, in which she presents a new theory of the human mind. Okay. Exercise 2.
Exercise 2. Rewrite these sentences using words or phrases from the opposite page to describe the experience of reading particular books. Number 1. I just could not seem to become involved in the story, so I stopped reading it. Instead of to become involved, we can use get into. So we can say I just could not get into the story. So I stopped reading it.
Thank you. I just couldn't get into this story. I just couldn't get into this story, so I stopped reading it. Or we could say the story was really heavy going, so I stopped reading it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not very serious and it's easy to read. We can say it's lightweight.
Yeah, it's lightweight.
Yeah. Number 3, it's dense and very difficult to read.
To read.
It's heavy going.
Yeah, exactly.
Number 4, take it to bed with you. It's just right when you're sitting down at night. All the time I was
settling down. When you're settling down at night.
بس من سر اینو فیلم کنم خیلی مثل که دیگه چشم خیلی آخه اصلا یه چیزایی رو انگار نمیبینم. اوکی وایسا. Take it to bed with you. It's just right when you're settling down at night. All the time I was reading it. I just couldn't wait to get to the next page. Okay. We can say it's a good bedtime reading.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And for the last part?
For the last part, we can say I just couldn't put it down.
Or it was.
But let me tell you. Or it's unputdownable.
It was unputdownable.
It was unputdownable.
Or another adjective, it was such a page turner.
It was such a page turner, yeah.
Yeah.
Number 5, you find yourself wanting to read more. It's so fascinating. It's compulsive reading, yeah?
Compulsive reading, yeah.
And instead of fascinating, we can say it's a gripping story.
It's gripping. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, number 6, the book is full of useful information. The book is very informative.
Thank you, sir. Informative. Thank you.
Number 7, her second novel didn't attract a large number of readers. Her second novel didn't attract a large readership.
Exactly. Or there was the adjective wide here, collocating with readership. So it didn't attract a wide readership.
Wide readership instead of large.
Yeah.
Wide, okay. Number 8, this book contains some great moments of true understanding of how things are. This book contains some great moments of insight.
Thank you so much.
Number 9, it is a pleasantly interesting tale about a boy who nurses an injured bird. Baby.
Nurses an injured bird. Link them.
I didn't know nurse could be a verb. Okay, we can say it is an engaging tale.
Tale, yeah.
Yeah, engaging tale. Instead of it is a pleasantly interesting tale, it is an engaging tale. Or
thank you.
Fascinating هم میتونیم بگیم.
Yeah, why not? It is a fascinating tale. It is a gripping tale.
Yeah, gripping tale, yeah.
Or engaging tale. Engaging as an the number 1 equivalence is the word engaging itself.
Yeah. Number 10, Mina Harap's self-help book was a reflection of the time it was written. But what was true in the 1980s doesn't necessarily apply nowadays. We can use a product of its time
Mm-hmm.
instead of a reflection of the time it was written.
So Mina Harap's, I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly. Mina Harap's self-help book was a product of its time.
Mm-hmm. Sima, I have a question.
Yeah.
When you were explaining a self-help book, I didn't get at that time, and again, I don't understand the exact meaning of self-help book. What's the meaning of self-help?
There are kind of books that, they help you. The author actually wants to help you in various fields. For example, the number one self-help book that I've ever read is a book by Mark Manson named Everything is Fucked. Okay? In this book, Mark wants to face the reader with the truths of life and the reason that we suffer, and it deals with hope, but not some shallow material. He really takes you to some deep conversation with you, okay? And a lot of psychological books can be, categorized as self-help books.
Okay,
Or the other one could be Atomic Habits. Again, it's a self-help book, Atomic Habits. Or the one that I'm currently reading is Limitless by Jim Quick. In this book, Jim coaches your brain and helps you with your brain and learning abilities. So these are self-help books. Self-help books, they are not necessarily novels, but they contain some stories.
I got it.
Okay.
Fill the gaps in these sentences with appropriate adjectives from the opposite page, based on the meaning in brackets. Number 1. The story takes place against a rather blah background in 18th century London. The story takes place against a rather lugubrious,
mournful and gloomy, lugubrious, yeah, lugubrious or doleful,
yeah. Lugubrious background. Okay, number 2. It's full of comedy and
satire.
Humor despite a bad situation. Wry
Exactly. It's
comedy.
full of wry comedy or ironic comedy and satire. Yeah?
Yeah.
3.
The book is a documentation of abuse in a prison. Frightening. It could be chilling.
The book is a chilling documentation of abuse in a prison.
Number 4. The novel is full of passages depicting,
yeah, showing, means showing.
Depicting life in Australia at the turn of the 19th century, arousing memories or images. It could be evocative.
Yeah, the novel is full of evocative passages depicting life in Australia at the turn of the 19th century, arousing memories or images. Yeah. 5.
It's a very novel. You never really know what is happening until right at the end. I know. Mysterious and puzzling. It could be enigmatic. Yeah?
Enigmatic.
Yeah,
enigmatic.
Okay.
6.
سیما معما چی میشد؟
Mystery.
Mystery
Mystery is the noun. Yeah, mysterious is the adjective.
Okay. Uh, کجا
معمایی. Mystery. We translate mysterious in Persian like معمایی.
آها.
Yeah.
نه ببین یه چیز دیگه هم به همین انگماتیک هم یه وردی از انگماتیک به معما نمیخوره. یه چیزی الکی اومد تو ذهنم وقتی گفتم
It
انگماتیک.
could be enigmatic. It could be.
آره یهو اومد تو ذهنم نفهمیدم که درست اومد ولی کلمه نمیاد تو ذهنم.
I can bring it just right now.
Okay.
Enigma.
Enigma. Yeah.
Yeah. Enigma means
پس این از اون
mystery.
گرفته شده. Okay.
Exactly. Enigmatic is the adjective. Enigma is
Enigma.
the noun.
Okay. Number 6. The novel is a portrayal of life. Portrayal of life in a coal mining community during the last economic recession. Moving and very sad. It could be poignant.
Yeah, the novel is a poignant portrayal of life in a coal mining community during the last economic recession.
Okay, and number 7, John Farrar's latest novel is a masterpiece. Very impressive and great. It could be a breathtaking masterpiece.
John Farrar's latest novel is a breathtaking masterpiece.
Yeah. House of the Dead is a story of torture and death in a medieval castle.
Torture. Yeah.
Torture and death in a medieval castle.
Medieval castle.
Yeah. Cruel and dark. It should be
macabre. Yeah, dealing with death. Yeah, macabre. House of the Dead is a macabre story of torture and death in a medieval castle.
Number 9, the novels Heroine.
The female hero.
Yeah, I remember. Maria Celion leaves home at the age of 18 and travels through Asia, who has the same name as the book's title. It's eponymous. The novel's eponymous heroine, Maria, leaves home at the age of 18 and travels through Asia. Okay? Yeah. Matthew thinks
number 10. You skipped number 10.
Laisha and Ahsoka are the blah 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 in Okay, and Ahsoka are the blah blah in this unusual tale of rural family life. Main characters, protagonists.
Protagonists.
In this unusual tale of rural family life. Yeah. And number 4, match the things you might find in particular kinds of books with an appropriate type of book. Okay, a section on troubleshooting or problem solving. درست گفتم اینطوری باید بگم.
Yeah.
It's manual.
Manual. A section on troubleshooting or problem solving.
Manual. Number 2, an article about waterfalls with pictures. It's encyclopedia. Number 3, a record.
A record, yeah.
A record of a recent examination or test of a lorry. It's a logbook.
Logbook.
Yeah, and number 4, a day-to-day record of life during a war in 1776. It's journal.
A day-to-day record of
Day-to-day.
life during a war in 1776 would be the word journal. Now,
Journal.
exercise 5. Think of a book you read and enjoyed recently. Which words from this unit describe it best?
As I told you, I read the book Who is Named or Who is Called. Both of them are correct.
You want to mention the book?
آره.
Whose name is?
Whose name is مثل آب برای شکلات. It was very
how could we put it in English? مثل آب برای شکلات. Like water for chocolate.
Like water for chocolate. لا. Like water for chocolate. آسونم بودش. این همه علیه. Okay, it was unputable, or we can say I can
unputdownable.
Unputdownable, or I can put it down.
I couldn't put it down.
Yeah, I couldn't put it down. Or it was very fascinating. It was very gripping.
Gripping, yeah.
Gripping, yeah. Or laisse-moi. فهمیدی چی گفتم؟ I told let me, and when I wanted to correct it, I told let moi.
Yeah, it's still in French.
Yeah, let me something about 1,000 Brilliant Sun book. It was very مثل پیدا نمی کنم. Doleful. What was
lugubrious.
میخوام بگم غم انگیزدم درست
yeah, lugubrious and doleful.
Yeah.
Okay, or poignant, moving and sad. Poignant. Okay.
Yeah.
And for me, as I said, the best book in the last 1 year that I've read is Everything is Fact by Mark Manson. I would describe it as a product of its time. Maybe a product, maybe it's ahead of its time. Maybe it can be. And it's what? Compelling and engaging, a page turner, gripping, full of brilliant insight, and it's compulsive reading.
Breathtaking. Breathtaking or not?
No, not breathtaking, but I really loved it, and I really recommend it to you and everybody who's watching us. It changed my life. I can divide Sima, myself, into before Mark Manson and after Mark Manson.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah. I am writing the name of.
Yeah. He has 2 popular books, Everything is Fact and The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck. But I think the Everything is Fact book is far, far, far better than the previous one, The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck. Yeah.
Okay.
And of course, I read the original book, the English. I read it in English, in English version, it was the author's, because the author is American and his language is English. So I just felt his mission. I just got what he wanted to say to the people of, this modern day world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's all.
Right.
So, Manny, it was really nice seeing you after 3 weeks. I hope I can see you next week so that we can go through Unit 23. Now changing to food.
Yeah.
Okay. Any questions?
No, thank you so much.
Okay. Take care. See you next time.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye-bye.